All right, hey everybody, welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Support, and I just want to say thank you for joining us here on the live Q&A. So I hope you guys are having a great week. I am on vacation this week, but I was still in town, so I figured I would just go ahead and jump back on YouTube and do this week's live Q&A. So anyway, thanks to Kayla for volunteering to handle it. And I'm glad I got to come back on and hang out with you guys. But Kayla is here, so if you guys want to talk to Kayla, she's also in the chat, along with Cheryl as moderating as well. All right, guys, if this is your first time watching, thanks again for joining us. If you've got any questions about your Zenfolio account, like how to set up a price list, maybe you just have some questions about the different account levels that there are, or maybe there's just a feature that you're not quite sure how to use, please put those questions in the live chat so I can make sure that I get those answered. You don't have to wait around. You can put them in right now if you want, and I'd be happy to take those questions. So while we're waiting on some questions to come in the chat, let's go ahead and start off with an email question. And also, too, later on, if you guys think of questions that you weren't able to get in on the live broadcast, you can just send them to zenfolio.com/contact, subject line YouTube live question. All right. Hey, Lucy from sunny and warm Colorado. Glad you're hanging out with us. Welcome back, Sharks. Always glad to have you hanging out with us as well. Yeah, thanks guys for hanging out with us. Sharks, definitely glad to have you back here with us. Okay, let me go ahead and jump into an email question really quick, and then we'll get back to the live chat if we have any chat questions. All right, so I've got a question that says, how can I sell more large prints? So without really being able to take a look at your specific account and how it's set up, or maybe taking a look at your price list and things like that, I'm just going to kind of give you some general ideas that would make it easier for you to sell more prints. First of all, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're uploading, the files that you're uploading are large enough for those files to be printed. This way you're not having to go back and upload larger files if the file that you're uploading doesn't meet the resolution requirements. So one thing I recommend definitely doing is, if your internet can handle it, make sure that you always upload the full resolution files for your images. Another thing that's nice to know is if you take your image straight out of camera, I think that's a good idea to keep in mind as you're building your price list and setting up your accounts, is taking that image, and there's a print calculator. I can see if I can get the link out, or I will put the link on the description of this video later. But what you should do is figure out the largest size that you can print from your images right out of camera, so that when you're building a price list, you can keep that in mind. So that's some good information to know. Now the other thing too is just to make sure that you're offering those print sizes on your price list, and things like that. So if you've got a price list, obviously you want to go and make sure that you're offering those larger prints to your clients to purchase. So if you go to your price list right here, and then let's see what I have here. Let's just go to this MPix one right here. You want to make sure that you've got those larger prints in that price list that you're offering to your clients. So if you go here, you can see I got medium and large format prints. You can see the largest sizes right here are like a 20 by 24 and a 20 by 30. If you don't have those on your price list, you just go to add products right up here. I like to switch to viewing just the specific vendor, going to prints, and then you can just click on the medium and large prints right here and come down here and add those larger sizes to your price list. Now, if you have already got a price list built with, let me cancel out of this. If you've already got a price list built and you haven't actually been uploading the full resolution image files, and you're kind of worried that you might run into a situation where a client's not able to purchase those because of the resolution, what you can do is go to price list settings and make sure that you've got order approval turned on right here. Because as long as you have this turned on, what that's going to allow your clients to do is purchase that product from you, even though the image file that you uploaded doesn't meet the resolution requirements. and it's going to give you a chance to change that file out to a larger file in order approval before it's actually sent to the lab. So that's definitely one of the things that I would make sure I had on there if you're trying to sell those larger prints. The other thing too is if you're just trying to figure out how you can promote larger prints and sell larger prints to your clients and get them to purchase more, you could definitely run your own promotion, create a coupon for them and things like that. So if I go to selling really quick and you go to price list, I'm sorry, not price list. If you go to coupons and campaigns, what you could do is just add a new coupon. And while there's not really a way to make this coupon specific for large prints, you can definitely create a coupon that works only for prints and products right here. Uncheck these other options and then try to use that as maybe a way to boost those larger prints. Or you could create a package that has the larger prints on it and just make this coupon work for packages and send that out to your clients as a way to try to boost those larger print sales if that's what you're looking at doing. So anyway, I hope that answers your question and helps you get some larger print sales and things like that. All right, let me get back to my dashboard. It looks like we got a couple of questions in the chat, so let me jump over and take those really quick. All right, so let's see. I've got Sharks who says, how can I adjust the price of my package I created to charge more? I want to make bank. Well, we all want to make bank, Shark, and this is pretty easy to do. What you could do is just go back to where you created the package and adjust the pricing there. Or maybe if you're wanting to create a duplicate package for another price list, you could duplicate it and raise the pricing that way as well. So if you just go back to selling right here, and then you go to packages, this is where you're going to set up your pricing for your packages. So if you go right here, just click on that package. That's where you're actually going to adjust the pricing. So click on the package, go to products, and then you can come right down here to the bottom. After this loads, you can come down to the bottom, and that's where you're going to adjust that selling price. Now, if you're creating a price list where you're going to have a higher tiered pricing, what you could do then is use that duplicate option. So if you go back to all packages right here, you could use that duplicate option right here and then go to products. And then you might want to change the name a little bit just so you know that this is the higher tier pricing. So maybe let's say this is for, you wouldn't want to put higher price because the package name is what's going to show on the price list, but you can maybe put this for like portrait clients or whatever price list is going to be the higher tiered one. Once you change that, then you could come down here and raise the price of that package to, let's say, 80 or whatever you want to sell it for, and hit save. And now you would just have to go to that specific price list and add that package there. So in a sense, what we've done is just created a duplicate of this package right here, and we have just raised the price of it right here. Anyway, Shark, I hope that helps with that question. We're definitely all about making bank here at Zenfolio, and I hope that helps you make some bank. All right, let me go back to the chat. Looks like Harry Smith says, how do I put watermarks onto my photos? So you can do this two different ways. If you want the watermarks just to be on the version of the photos that are online, you can put watermarks on your photos by using Zenfolio's built-in watermark feature. Now, if you use the built-in watermark feature, those watermarks are only going to appear on the images that are shown on your website. They won't be printed. And then any digital products that people purchase from your website will also not have the watermarks on them. So let me show you how to set that up really quick. All right, what we're going to do is let me switch over to my browser view really quick. And we're just going to go to Photos right here. And then what we're going to do is just click on Watermarks right here underneath Organizer. And then I've got a couple of watermarks created here. You can create a custom one if you want. If you don't have anything here, what you can do is just click this New button right here, and then either use a standard one that we have here for you, or you can upload your own. So I'm just going to, for just time's sake, I'm just going to choose one of these pre-formatted ones. Let's see. I don't think I've used this one yet. And hit save. I guess I have used that. I need to go back and delete some of these. All right, so there's that new watermark right here. So after you got that created, whether you upload a custom one or use one of the built-in ones, what you're going to do is click on that and then just click on properties here, or at least this is what I would recommend doing. Click on properties, and this is going to allow you to see and preview that watermark on a series of photos so you can make sure it looks the way that you want. So obviously this one right here is pretty hard to see. So what I'm going to do is just raise this opacity up to where we can see it a little bit more. And then I'm just going to kind of drag it down in position here where I want it. Now I've got that looking on that photo pretty much like I want it to look. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like on these other photos that are here. So if we go right here, you can see what it looks like on that one, what it looks like on that one, and what it looks like on that one. And if you're happy with it, just click save. And now the next thing that you can do is if you want this to be your default watermark, you just go up here and click this set as default right here. And that will make this watermark your default watermark. Now what a default watermark does is from that point on, after you establish that watermark as default, it will automatically apply to any new photos that you upload to your Zenfolio account. So if you go back and after you set that as default, you upload a new wedding gallery, all of the photos in that gallery are going to have that watermark applied to it. Now, photos and galleries that were already on Zenfolio before you established a default watermark, you will have to apply that to it, apply those manually to the galleries. So what you would do here is just click on the gallery right over here on the left, go down to the watermark section right here under toolbox, click on that, and then choose the watermark that you want to use right there. Now that's using the built-in Zenfolio watermark feature. Like I said, that is going to put the watermark just on the photos as they appear on the online galleries. It's not going to be on your photos when they're printed or when people download digital products. If you want a watermark to show on that, like if you want a studio logo or something to be on your prints and digital downloads and things like that, what you'll need to do is actually apply that like in Photoshop or Lightroom to the actual image before you upload it to Zenfolio. And that's how you would get it to print on the photos and things like that. So anyway, Harry, I hope that answers your question. If I missed anything or if there's anything you're still not sure about, please feel free just to let me know and I'd be happy to go over it again or go more in depth if you need me to. All right, let me jump back to my dashboard really quick. And let's see, I've got another question here in the chat. So let's see. Shark says, how can I adjust the size of my watermark that I uploaded? I want it to cover the entire image. So you're actually going to need to adjust the size in Photoshop or whatever software that you designed that watermark to be, or whatever software you designed that watermark in. Now we do have some size recommendations. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but let me just go back to the watermark section, and I believe it actually tells you there. So if I go to watermarks right here, and then we click new, if you see right down here, it says for best results, upload a PNG image with transparency sized for an 18 by 600 photo. So that's not saying to make your watermark 800 by 600. What it's suggesting that you do, and this is what I do when I create my watermarks, custom watermarks. What I do is I create a blank canvas in Photoshop to be about 800 pixels by 600 pixels. You could even have an image in there if you want. And then what you want to do is create the watermark over that, sizing it how you would want it to appear on that size of a photo. And then once you're happy with how it looks on that 800 by 600 pixel photo, then remove all the background layers. And then I think in Photoshop, at least in CS6, it's save for web. And then you have to choose PNG 24 and make sure you check the transparency option and make sure all the background layers are turned off. Export it as a transparent PNG and then upload it that way. So that's kind of how you would do that. The largest dimension is 1000 pixels. So you're not going to be able to go any larger than that, Sharks. So I kind of hope that clarifies as far as that. In your case, if you want it to cover the entire image, I would probably just make it that 800 by 600 pixels. It's probably going to cover the majority of it that way, which is going to make it really hard for people to see your photos. But hey, if you need that on there, by all means, go ahead and do that. All right, let me get back to my dashboard really quick here. And let's see, what's my next email question here? So this says, I don't show up on Google until the third page. What can I do to improve this? I've already used the Webmaster Tools. Well, so that's going to be coming down to your SEO and making sure that you are implementing SEO best practices. And the other thing that you have to keep in mind is that there's no way possible that we can, there's no way possible that you can guarantee to get that first spot on the Google search results page. I know you guys probably get these calls all the time, because I get them all the time. People calling me saying, hey, they can help me become on the first listing page of Google. And what I tell these people is, I tell them that I have 2 photography businesses. Can they help me get both on the first page? And they kind of stop and stutter for a second, and then most of the time they hang up on me. But you can definitely make sure that you're implementing some really good SEO practices, and that's definitely going to improve your search results and your Google rankings and things like that. So one of the things you can do is, I know as photographers, it's really easy to get in the habit of thinking that everybody wants their galleries password protected. We think every client wants a gallery password protected, and that's not necessarily a bad habit to be in. But if you upload public client galleries, and obviously you're going to want to talk to your clients about this and make sure it's okay. But if your clients are okay with their gallery being public, that is a ton of information that's going on your website that Google can find and index, especially if you spend time keywording your photos and things like that. That's going to be a big boost for your SEO. So that's one of the things I would definitely recommend doing, is starting talking to your clients and just asking them, hey, do you mind if your gallery's public? Definitely in certain circumstances, there are going to be clients who want password protection, and that is completely fine and acceptable. And in most cases, especially like for me, if my family went out and had a family photo shoot or something like that with our kids and things like that, I would definitely probably want that gallery password protected. Maybe though, if you're a wedding photographer, maybe your wedding clients would be happy leaving their galleries public. It's going to be beneficial to you, and it's also going to make it easier for all those people who went to their wedding to go into that gallery and see those photos. But you have to make sure that those photos are keyworded, because if they're just images by themselves, then there's not a lot of information there for Google to read and understand and index and get an idea of what your website's about. So you want to make sure that you're keywording those photos either in Lightroom, or if you're not doing it in Lightroom or whatever, you can definitely do that here in Zenfolio. You can just click on a photo, go to photo details. You can add a caption here, add a good title, add some keywords and things like that. And you can do that to each individual photo individually, or you could do it to all of the photos at once if you want to do that. Now, if you're going to do that, it's probably not going to be as beneficial as maybe multi-selecting a few photos here and there and keywording them strategically. So if you go here, you can go to photo details and put in the keywords and all that stuff here. Now, you can also do that for the gallery as well and give the gallery a caption and things like that, and that's going to help. Another really big thing that's good for SEO is doing a blog, making sure that you're blogging and making sure that you're putting, you don't want to just drop a bunch of nonsense keywords in a blog, but you want to be strategic with the things that you say in your blog. You want to say, the area that you work from, the type of photography that you do, talk about the shoots that you do. Maybe there's specific key locations that you're shooting at. That's the kind of information that you want to put in your blog, just to improve your ranking and things like that. So anyway, I hope that kind of gives you an idea of things to start looking at and trying. I'm going to go ahead and jump over and take another question really quick, but if I can clarify any more, please let me know. All right, let me go back to my dashboard really quick right here. Hey, Steve, thanks for hanging out and coming and joining us. Definitely coupons are and gift certificates are great for promotions. I definitely go over those if you guys want me to go over them a little bit more in depth. Let's just do that really quick. So if you want to create a coupon, let's say, I know St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and if you want to throw out a coupon maybe to everybody who visited a specific gallery, maybe you just shot a wedding and you want to throw out a, if you want to throw out a coupon just to give, you know, your latest shoot a deal or something like that, you can definitely do that here in Zenfolio. First, what I would probably do is go in and I would create that coupon first. So what I would do is go up here to selling, click on coupons and campaigns. And now my favorite type of coupon to create is I like creating coupons that have no use limit and have no expiration date. The reason I like doing that is because what I like to do is I like to put a minimum usage amount on that coupon so that clients have to spend a certain amount on my website before the coupon becomes valid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make one of those coupons, and then I'm going to show you how to send it out in a marketing email to maybe everybody who just visited a specific gallery. So if you're wanting to do your own kind of promotion or things like that, this is how you can do it. So first, let's go and let's create this coupon. So I'm going to go here, add new coupon. And then as a name for the coupon, what I'm going to do is just put a name in here so I can remember why I created it in the first place. In this case, let's just do St. Patty's Day because it's coming up really quick. And then for that, let's think of a coupon code. I'm just going to say, I don't know, Go Green 2017. And that's going to be the coupon code that you're actually going to send out to your clients. So if you're targeting a specific group of people or maybe a specific client, you can definitely personalize it a little bit. You just want to make sure that it's going to be easy for them to remember. All right, next, scrolling down in the coupon field here, what you can do is choose your currency. And then now we want to choose the type of discount we want to give. So we're going to click on discount products right here. And then you can choose an amount. So if you want to give a fixed dollar amount off on an order, you can definitely do that. Now, personally, I don't really like doing that. I like working with a percentage-based discount instead. So what I'm going to do is instead of this being amount, I'm going to change this to be percent of total product prices. And then I'm just going to say 25% here. Now, if you want, you can put a cap on this. So if you only want to give a discount up to $100, you can do that. I don't normally do this, but it's definitely good to know that you can do that here if you want. You can also discount shipping. I would definitely think twice before you discount shipping, especially if you do lab shipping. Now, if you do like self-fulfilled products and things like that, where you're 100% in control of the shipping, this is probably definitely something that's okay to go ahead and do. I would just always think twice before discounting shipping on vendor-fulfilled products because you're not in control of that shipping. Then that shipping still has to get paid somehow. When usually if I discount shipping, I end up losing a little bit of money that I don't want to lose. So I would definitely think twice before doing the discount shipping. Now what I'm going to do is go down here to the, and I'm going to try to say this word, applicability section. I think that's how you say it, section of the coupon. And this is where you can choose what types of products this coupon can be used for. So let's say maybe we just want to do a print promotion for St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to uncheck all of the other options here and just leave it set to print. Now you can target this coupon so that it only works when used from a specific gallery. And that's where you do this right here. You can say, okay, let's target this to only work in this gallery right here. Then you can hit select, and now that coupon would only work for that gallery. But if I'm doing like a St. Patty's Day promotion or something like that, I tend to rather just go with the all galleries amount. Anyway, because the coupon that I'm creating, I want people to use over and over again and a whole bunch, because the more they use, the more money, the more they use it, the more money I'm going to make. So what I'm going to do down here now is you can set a limit if you want. So if you want to set a limit, you can put 5. Now it's important to remember that if you do set a use limit, this is not a use limit per unique user or unique client. This is a use limit per client, or per coupon. I'm sorry. So once this coupon has been used 5 times by anybody, it's going to expire and nobody else can use it. So for promotions, I really don't like putting the use limit on it. I like to do no limit. And since this is a St. Patty's Day promotion, I'm probably going to put an expiration date on it. Let's just say through Monday. Now here's my favorite thing about the coupon feature, and that's the order minimum. So what you can do here is you can say, okay, you can get a 25% discount on all the prints and products, but only if you spend $100. And you can set that up right there and hit save. And now we've created that coupon where if they spend $100, they'll get a 25% discount. Now, how do we market this and get this coupon out to our clients and things like that? Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to copy this coupon code right here. Then I'm going to go up to communications, and hopefully you've had visitor sign-in turned on, and you've been collecting the emails of people that are visiting your galleries and things like that. Because if you have, it's all going to be stored here in this contact list. And then what you could do is just select everybody in your list, go to send email. Let me get myself out of the way here. Go to send email, and you could actually schedule this to be sent later. So if you want to schedule it to be sent tomorrow, you can do that. Just click on this little schedule right here, and that will send it at the date you choose. Or if you want to send it now, you can leave that option on. And then you're just going to go down here and type your message. So, hey, I'm running a special. Use this code, and did I spell and right? I spelled it completely wrong. And save 25% when you spend $100, and then put the code in. Obviously, you're going to want to write a much better marketing message than I just wrote out here. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what you could do. And then after that, you can preview this right here. It'll show this right here, and then you just hit send, and it's going to send it to all of the people in your contact list. Now, if you want to target a specific group, maybe there's a wedding gallery that you just want to target just the people who visited that gallery. What you can do is, instead of selecting everybody in your contact list, you can go to this show all contact right here, and then go into that client gallery and say, okay, I just want to email the people that have visited this gallery, and hit apply. And then all of the emails that were collected from visitor sign in for that gallery will show up, and you can send just those people the email. So anyway, I hope that kind of gives you an idea of how you could use the coupons a little bit. Steve, if you need me to go into explanations, any further explanations on coupons, I'd be happy to. Otherwise, I'm going to jump over and talk about gift certificates. It looks like Shark says really quick in the chat, he says, can I lose money on coupons? I want to offer a deal, but I also want to make bank. So you can lose money on coupons if you don't do your math right. So what you want to do is you just want to make sure that you're not offering too good of a deal. So let me show you really quick how to check that. If I go to selling and I go to price list right here, and then let's just go to this MPix price list right here. What you want to do is when you're creating a coupon, you want to know about how much of a discount you can offer before it starts cutting into the cost of the product. So you want to go here, and I'm not going to attempt to do this math right here. I'm just going to show you where you can figure out how to do it. So what you would do is, let's say I'm running a 25% discount, and I want to make sure that I'm not going to lose any money. So what you could do here is go to your price list, and I'm selling this 11 by 14 for $16.98. So you'd want to take 25% off of that and make sure that there's still going to be enough to cover the service fee and the base cost on that. So subtract the service fee and the base cost from that, and that will let you know if you're at the right amount or not. So you just want to make sure that you're doing the math to make sure that you don't offer too good of a discount that it dips into not being able to cover the base cost and the service fee of the product. All right, let me get back to my dashboard here really quick. And let's go over gift certificates really quick. So when it comes to should I use a coupon or should I use a gift certificate, my recommendation to you is going to be use a coupon. The reason I suggest using coupons over gift certificates is because you have a lot more control on what coupons can be used for on your site versus what gift certificates can be used for. So let me just show you really quick what I'm talking about. If we go to selling right here and then go down here to gift certificate, and let's say we go add new gift certificate, and just like a coupon, the name's not important. The gift certificate code is what you're going to send to your client. But then if we go down here, the only other section is the currency and the amount. Okay, the only other, sorry, my computer was about to restart. It was trying to do an update for some reason. Okay, the only other section here is the currency and the amount, which means there's no way to restrict this. So if I give somebody a $100 gift certificate, they can use that on my website to purchase prints and also cover the cost of the shipping. Now, if the order, let's say they make an order and the order that they made is exactly $100, and that includes the shipping costs and everything all together is exactly $100. The client uses this gift certificate to purchase that order. So what's going to happen with that order is you are still going to have to cover the base cost of the products for the lab and the shipping fee, because there was no revenue actually produced by that order. Since the client used the gift certificate, that money's still going to have to come from somewhere. So it's going to come from you because the base cost still has to be paid to the lab and the shipping fee still has to be paid to the lab. And that's the reason why I would suggest, if you're trying to decide whether you want to do a gift certificate or a coupon, I would definitely opt for using a coupon. So anyway, I kind of hope that clarifies and shows you a little bit about the gift certificates. There's not a whole lot to go into about gift certificates, and I would definitely recommend going with a coupon instead. All right, let me get back to my dashboard. Steve says, do you ever discuss products? I'm not sure what you mean. If you want to talk about specific print products and things like that that are offered through Zenfolio or something like that, if you just want to clarify, I'd definitely be happy to try to answer any questions you might have about products that are offered and things like that. So if you just want to clarify on that a little bit, I would be happy to see what I could answer. And if it's a question I can't answer, definitely try to point you in the right direction to get that answered. All right, so while we're waiting on Steve to kind of elaborate just a little bit more on that, let me jump over to an email question really quick. Some of my galleries do not have an image showing up when I click on a group. It's just a gray square on my website. How do I fix this? I think, man, sorry guys, my memory is bad for what videos I've created and what videos I've published and things like that. I was really hopping and popping on tutorials last week, and I created a bunch. I can't remember which ones are published on the channel yet or not, but I do know that there is, and I think I said this last week, and I can't remember either. I do know there is a video tutorial on custom thumbnail images, especially for groups, and if that's not already published, it will be soon. It will be soon. If it's not already published. But let me show you how to do that really quick, and then I'll go back and talk about the frames and stuff like that for Steve. All right, so it sounds like what happens is you've probably just not gave a group a custom thumbnail. So these are groups right here, and by default, their cover thumbnail is going to be just a blank, like gray looking box. Now you can change this by just picking the photo that you want to be for your custom thumbnail. So if you can see right here right now, if I click on this archive, right over here on the top right, and even down here in the 2015, you can see all of these have just this gray square. So let's say for this 2015 group right here, let's say I just want to go ahead and give it a cover thumbnail. So what I'm going to do is just, I can go to any gallery. So you could even create a gallery specially for cover thumbnails. And you could even design some cover thumbnails in Photoshop if you wanted. So what I'm going to do is go into this cover thumbnails gallery. I'm going to click on this image right here. I'm going to go to this little drop down right here and then choose the select as cover thumbnail option. And I'm going to go into the archive and then just click on 2015 and hit assign. And so now what I've done is I've taken that photo and I've chose it to be the cover thumbnail for that group. So you can see this if I click on the group here now, you can see up in the top, instead of that gray box that was there, it now shows that photo right here. If I click on the archive group, it's going to show that photo on the group right here like this. And then also if I visit this group really quick, it's going to show that cover thumbnail instead of a gray box. You'll be able to see the difference. So you can see here's the difference here. Here is that one where I assigned a cover thumbnail to it. And here is a group with that blank gray box there as well. So that's how you would kind of change that out, is just assign a specific photo you want to use for the cover thumbnail to that group. All right, let me get back to my dashboard here. And Steve says, frames that can be bought with a photo, or metallic prints, or metal or acrylics. So if you're asking for kind of recommendations and things like that, yeah, you could definitely add frames and stuff like that to your price list. And I can show you how to do that. And then we can kind of talk about metallic prints and things like that. I'm not just sure if you're asking which one I recommend. I am a gigantic fan of prints on metal. I think they're awesome. They're really slick looking. And they seem to handle really well over time. And I know that everything that I've got printed on metal, I absolutely just love the way that it looked. I haven't done any acrylic prints yet, but I'd definitely be interested in checking that out. But let me show you really quick how to add frames. I think you're wanting to know how to add frames and other products to the price list. If you're not wanting to know that, just kind of clarify what you're wanting to know about those products. I'd be happy to discuss them. All right, so let me go to the browser really quick. And what we're going to do is, if you want to add frames and things like that to your price list, just go to selling, go to the price list right here, and then just pick the price list that you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and play with this MPix price list right here. And what we're going to do is, if you go up here to finishing and mounting right here, this is where you can add frames and things like that to the price list. So if you want to offer like a black frame, you can click on here, and you can add this option to your client so that they can have the option of choosing these product, or choosing a frame for their prints and products like that. There's quite a few products here, and if you're familiar with the price list, the pricing is the same. You can just use the pricing formula, or you can come down here and set the price manually right here. So what you would want to do is just click the ones that you want to offer right here like this. If you want to know more about it, you can just click that question mark right there, and it's going to bring up this little window that kind of shows you a preview and gives you a little bit of a description about the product like that right there. But that's how you can add these products to your price list. There's definitely a lot of options here. I'm a big fan of minimalistic things myself. I really like adding just the black frames, or maybe this, and it really depends too why I'm creating this price list. If it's for a wedding, I tend to go with more of the silver things and stuff like that. But yeah, so if it's like a wedding and things like that, I tend to go more with like silver things and stuff like that. Where if it's like a landscape gallery or something like that, I kind of go with just the black frames, like the where's it at, the black flat frame right here, maybe the black rounded one and stuff like that. And then as far as the products go, yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan of the metal prints and stuff like that. And what you can do is, if you don't have those added, you can definitely go to your price list and add products, choose home decor, and then there's metals right there and stuff like that. that you can look at the products and stuff like that. Now, as you said, Steve, it's hard to kind of sell products if you don't have something to look at. You can definitely order studio samples. Let me just not save that. You can order studio samples right through your account if you want, and you're going to get those at base lab cost. So what you can do is just go here, go to whatever photo you want to order a sample from, and then you can click on the photo, click buy, and that's going to take you to where you can order those samples. And like I said, it will be at base lab cost. MPix Pro actually offers, I think it's like 8 or 5, I think it's 5 free, 5 free test prints right here that you can order from them. Or if you want to, check out some of like the other stuff you said, like, let's see. I don't think I have a photo that's really big enough to actually be ordered, but let's see. So you can go to like the metals here, and you can order them at base cost right here, so you can get some studio samples and stuff like that. Now, as far as product reviews and things like that, that's a great idea. That's something we should definitely look at doing. I'll definitely talk to some of the labs and see if maybe that's something we could do coming up, is kind of maybe do some product highlights, some product reviews and things like that. Maybe see if I can't get one of our product specialists to jump on here and kind of talk about products from their lab, maybe do some reviews and things like that, because I would definitely love to include that as part of our live stream. I think it would be awesome to be able to go in and talk about these different products and show some demonstrations and things like that. So thanks for that suggestion, Steve. I'll definitely bring that up and see if maybe down the road that's something we could implement into the live stream. Anyway, I hope that kind of helped answer some of your questions. I know it probably wasn't exactly what you wanted, but awesome suggestion, Steve. I really appreciate you bringing that up, and we will definitely look and see if we can do that. All right, guys, so we've got about 20 more minutes left. So if you guys are watching and you haven't asked a question yet, please feel free to throw those questions out in the chat. Love taking your guys' questions and helping you with your accounts, helping you learn how to use it more successfully and more efficiently and things like that. Let's see. I'm going to jump really quick to an email question, and then hopefully maybe we have some more questions in the chat to take. All right, so let me see. I have created a PDF and I want to upload it to my site. How do I do that? Gonzo, the Gonzo hour. That's funny. I like it. The Gonzo hour. We definitely call it the Gonzo hour. All right, so I have a PDF and I want to upload it to my site. How do I get started? So you can upload PDFs. You just go right here to website right here. Go to PDFs. I'm not sure if I've got any uploaded into this. Oh, I do. So I've got one uploaded right here, but basically what you would do is go to new and then choose that file, locate that PDF that you want to upload, open it up and click the upload button. And then once you have it uploaded, you can actually link to that PDF from your site menu. So if you go to customize website really quick, I believe that this will even show in the edit site menu button. So if I go to customize website really quick, and then over on the left over here, if I go edit site menu, hit add new, let's just say PDF right here, hit enter. And then I can link to PDF document right here and drop this down, and there's that PDF document. Oklahoma accent coming out again. There is that PDF document that I previously uploaded right there. I can click on that, hit update, and that's going to add a direct link to that PDF onto my site menu. Now, if you're going to do that, one of the things that I would recommend doing is making this PDF open into a new window. And the reason I suggest that is because when they go to that PDF document, it's not really taking them out of your website, but all of your website navigation is going to be gone because it's just going to open up that PDF in the browser. So I like opening up PDFs in a new window. That way the website's still opened up in another tab. And when they're done looking at that PDF, they can just close it and go back like that. All right, let's see here. Let me just go ahead and remove that and then get back to my dashboard really quick. Bottom left there. Well, it's trying to reload on me. All right, bottom left, back to dashboard. Hit continue. All right. Vaughn says, "Do you think they'll ever offer brushstrokes on Miller canvases?" That's a good question. That would definitely be a cool feature to have. I can definitely see if I can find out, Vaughn, and maybe I'll have some information on that, and then later on live stream to bring that up. But I think it would be a really cool option to have. I don't really know. I'd have to talk to the Miller's product specialists and then talk to our developers as well and all that stuff and see what it would take to get that done and see if that's a possibility. But man, you guys, thank you for these suggestions. These are awesome. Keep them coming because this is great feedback that I have to turn around and take back and see if we can just keep improving Zenfolio better and better and better for you guys. All right, I'm going to try to say this name. I'm probably going to get it wrong, but let me just try anyway. JLad Sports. Can metadata with player numbers be made searchable in a gallery? You can do that. So you can do that a couple of different ways. If you have the metadata already in the photo, like players' numbers and things like that, you can just turn on the search in like the site header or in the site header or on the homepage. The thing with that is that if you're just going to do it like that it's not going to really be searchable for just that specific gallery. So what you could do is, like I'm saying, if you go to photos here, I don't really have a sports gallery, I don't think uploaded. Let's see. I don't really have a sports photo gallery uploaded. Let's just see if I can. I do have a gallery that I use a lot for demonstrations. We don't really have time to do it. So to answer your question, JLad, if you will reach out to me at zenfolio.com/contact, I'm not going to have the time to really go into your question in the detail that it needs to be answered in order to really give you the best answer for that. The short answer is yes, it's possible. What you'll want to do is if you want to limit it by the gallery to where they can only search for things in specific galleries, you're going to have to do what's called an open event, and you'll need the advanced account to be able to do that. If you just want a general search where people can go to your search and search for those things, you'll need to make sure that the gallery is public. So if I go down here to, let's just say this is a sports gallery, and I want to make sure that it can be searched by, player number or something like that. All the photos have the player number keyworded. I just want to go to gallery access right here, make sure that it's public, then go down to the search and metadata right here and make sure that at least allow searching on my site is selected. You could do allow content to be publicly searchable if you want, but you at least want to make sure that this option is searchable right here. And then on the home page or the header, you would just want to make sure that you have the search bar set to show. So if I go to my Zenfolio really quick and go to customize website, then we're going to go to the site header. So let me just get my big floating head out of the way there. We're going to go down to site header right here. And then just make sure elements, make sure that the search field is set to show and hit apply. And then that would let people go and search for specific things that have been keyworded into the image, like their player number and things like that. So if I go to options and make sure that the header is set to show and hide that homepage menu, the search field is going to show up here somewhere, and that's where people could go and search for those player numbers and things like that. Again, that's going to be a very general search. It's going to let people search across the entire site. If you want to limit it to galleries, shoot me an email and we'll talk about doing that open event thing. That's definitely something that I need to... where did the search field go? Site header. Search field show, expanded, apply. There it is right there. So now they can do that search there. But like I said, that's going to be a general searching through all the galleries that allow searching. If you want to control it with for a specific gallery, then what you can do is you can just go and create an open event. And there is some help articles about that, but I would definitely be happy to help you via email or even make a video to show you how to set that up. All right, we've got time for a few more questions, so let me just hop back to my dashboard really quick. And let's see. Steve, I'd love to have dog tags available too. Yes, dog tags would be awesome. I think that would be great. Do I remember? I thought I remembered something, but I don't think, maybe they're not available yet. But yeah, that would be awesome as well, because I would love to order my kids some dog tags. And I'm in North Carolina, and I prior service military, and Fort Bragg is not too far from me, and I think those would be really cool items for the photographers in that area as well to be able to sell. Okay, Katrina. Hey, Katrina, thanks for hanging out with us. She says, how do I add badges to the site? All right, so this is going to require a little bit of customization. I'm guessing that you've probably got maybe some award badges or maybe just some custom Facebook badges or something like that that you want to add to your website. You can do this. Let me go really quick to, first, what I would recommend doing is going and uploading those badges that you want to use to your Zenfolio account in their own gallery. So let's see. I used to have let's see, maybe this is it here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to click on this animated GIF gallery right here. And now what you'll notice is the gallery is set to private, but the images are public. There's a reason why I did that, because I don't want this gallery showing up randomly on my website and things like that. So I've made it private, but each of these images, if you click on them, you can see that they're public. Now, what I've got here is I've got this custom Facebook logo right here. And let's say you've got some badges, like some award badges or something like that, that you want to show. You can definitely do this. Award-winning from Wedding Wire. Awesome. Congratulations on that. I would definitely want to show that on my site as well. So what you would do is get that badge, upload it to your Zenfolio account. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is click on that, and you're going to want to go over to Photo Access, and you're going to want to, if it's like a badge with transparency at all, and you don't want to show as like some white blocky square, you're going to want to make sure that you're able to use the original photo. So what we're going to do is just go to downloading, and we're going to allow downloading right here and click save. Now the gallery is private, so nobody's going to be able to find the gallery and download that photo. We're just freeing up the access to the original image. So what we can do now is we can go here and go down to, let me get my head out of the way here. We'll go down to sharing and client access right here, and you can get the direct link to this if you want, and go here to original photo, and you can copy that and then use image source tag or something like that. Or you can get the embed code right here. So if you go get the embed code, we'll go here and use the original photo. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy here and copy this embed code. Now, I do want to put a big disclaimer here, guys. What I'm about to show you is how to add custom code to your homepage, either through the site header, the welcome message, or wherever you want to place that. So this is a big disclaimer. What I'm about to show you, we do allow you to do. We do offer you a place to add custom coding and things like that, but we cannot offer any technical support on that custom code. So once you go in and do what I'm about to do and click source code, any code that you put in there, if it messes with your site, anything like that, we cannot offer any troubleshooting or technical support. If it causes any issues, you'll just need to remove the code and things like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go, now that I've copied that embed code, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to customize website, and we are going to go to, let me get a drink of water. All right. We are going to go, and I'm going to make sure that the welcome message is set to show. So I'm going to go options right here, page elements, set this welcome message to show right here. And then I'm going to go over to welcome message, and I'm just going to remove this. And here is where we're going to click that source code. So now I'm going to click source, paste that custom code in right there, that embed code. Now, if you want this image to link to maybe a specific page if you look for the ahref, all this right here between these quotation marks, you can change this link to whatever page you want if you want to link to something. All right, so after we do that, we're going to go to apply. And so now that custom Facebook thing is going to show up in my welcome message section. So on this particular layout, it just happens to be right here. If I change the layout, then that would show wherever the welcome message is. You can also do this if you go to the site header. You can also go to where is it? Elements. One of these allows right here, the custom content right here. So you can go there and then go to content and do the same thing here. And you can also do that so another thing you can do is you can also do that in the footer. So you can do that in the custom content section there, the header. And then you can also do this if you go to site footer, custom content set to show, go to content and hit source. Where is it at? Right there, and paste that code in there. So that's how you can do that there, Katrina. I hope that kind of gives you an idea of what's possible that you can do. Again, just another big disclaimer. If you guys do that and you click that source code button, we cannot offer any technical support for that. And if it messes anything up with your site, we'll just tell you that you're going to need to remove the code. There's no way for us to troubleshoot it. All right, Graham says, this will probably be the last question I can get to today, guys. So Graham Service says, any way to show images with the header and caption visible? With the header and caption visible. So I'm not really sure exactly what you mean by that. Graham, I don't know if you're talking about maybe showing images in the gallery caption. Which unfortunately you can't show images in the gallery caption. Okay, so I think maybe what you want to do, Graham, is you probably want to put some information in a gallery caption and maybe have your header set to show as well. Hey, Steve, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be here again next week, same time and same place. So thanks again for hanging out, Steve. Have a good one. Okay. Let's see. So if we go to photos really quick and we go to, let me just get my head out of the way. Click on any of these galleries here. You can go and you can add information in the gallery details here, such as a gallery caption. So let me just see really quick. Let me just get a block of text to add in there. Let's see. Let me just add this in there really quick. All right. So that was just a question, an email question. I just pasted in there really quick, and now we're going to hit save. So now what we want to do is we want to make sure if we go and customize this gallery, we want to make sure that the header and the caption is set to show so that those show up. So if I go right here and we go to options, page elements, make sure the page header is set to show, and then also make sure the caption is set to show right here and hit apply. And so now that gallery caption should be showing up here at the top of our gallery as well as that page header. So there's that page header and here's that gallery caption right there. So anyway, I hope that's kind of what you were looking for, Graham. Unfortunately, we're about out of time, so if it's not, you'll just need to shoot us an email, and I'd be happy to go more in depth and see if I can clarify and get what it is that you're trying to do there. All right, let me get back to my dashboard really quick. All right, and let's just go here. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us this week. I hope everybody has a great week. If you guys are Snapchatters, make sure to follow Zenfolio Live on Snapchat. Just go search on Snapchat, search for Zenfolio Live, and follow us. And I send out Snapchats before we go live. And then I'm also going to start doing that whenever I put new tutorials up as well. And you can shoot us a snap back if you want. Make us laugh, send us a funny face. Just say hello. Also, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, we do this live Q&A every week at the same time. So click that little orange Z in the bottom right corner of the screen and make sure you subscribe. Also, there are new tutorials that come out every Friday to help you guys learn how to do things in your account and show you how to use Zenfolio better. So anyway, thanks for everybody who came and hung out today and asked questions, and I hope to see you guys again next week. And until then, hope everybody has a great weekend.